In the shadowy corridors of political power, where ambition meets betrayal, some secrets are buried so deep they reshape reality itself. What emerges from the darkness of room 317 at the Hotel Barschel in Geneva defies every rational explanation, leaving investigators to confront a truth more terrifying than any conspiracy they could have imagined. Before we begin our investigation, subscribe for more unsolved cases. It was October 11th, 1987, shortly after 10 in the morning, when hotel staff at the prestigious Barschel in Geneva made a discovery that would haunt Swiss authorities for decades. The body of Barschel, the 43-year-old former minister, president of Schleswig-Holstein, lay fully clothed in the bathtub of room 317, his lifeless form submerged in murky water that seemed to resist all attempts at chemical analysis. The Hotel Barschel, an elegant 19th-century establishment overlooking Lake Geneva, had hosted dignitaries and celebrities for over a century. Its marble halls and crystal chandeliers had witnessed countless political negotiations, but nothing had prepared the staff for the scene that awaited them in the 7th-floor suite. Barschel's political career had ended in spectacular disgrace just weeks earlier. The Waterkant Gate scandal had exposed his involvement in illegal surveillance operations against political opponents, forcing his resignation and plunging him into a web of accusations that stretched across international borders. He had fled to Geneva under circumstances that remained deliberately obscured in official reports. The forensic team that arrived at the scene documented details that defied conventional understanding. Barschel's body showed no obvious signs of violence, yet the water surrounding him contained traces of substances that laboratory analysis could not definitively identify. The chemical composition seemed to shift between examinations, as if the very molecules were somehow unstable. Dr. Helen Kerner, the Swiss forensic pathologist assigned to the case, noted several disturbing anomalies during her initial examination. The positioning of the body suggested Barschel had entered the water deliberately, yet rigor mortis had set in with patterns that contradicted the estimated time of death. Most unsettling was the condition of his clothing, which remained perfectly pressed despite hours of submersion. The hotel's security system had recorded Barschel's arrival 3 days earlier, but the footage revealed inconsistencies that troubled investigators. Surveillance cameras showed him entering the elevator alone, yet witnesses reported seeing him in animated conversation with a tall, elderly man who never appeared on any recording. The elevator's weight sensors registered the presence of 2 individuals, though only Barschel was visible. Room 317 itself presented a puzzle that deepened with each examination. Personal belongings were arranged with mathematical precision on the mahogany desk, including documents written in Barschel's handwriting that contained references to events that had not yet occurred. Phone records showed calls to numbers that telecommunications companies insisted had never been assigned. The bathtub where Barschel's body was discovered bore peculiar markings along its porcelain surface. These indentations, invisible to the naked eye, became apparent only under ultraviolet light, revealing what appeared to be fingerprints pressed into the ceramic itself. The prints belonged to Barschel, yet the pressure required to create such impressions would have shattered human bones. Swiss investigators quickly realized they were dealing with more than a simple suicide or political assassination. The toxicology report revealed the presence of multiple substances in Barschel's system, including compounds that pharmaceutical databases did not recognize. The concentration levels suggested consumption over several days, yet Barschel had been observed eating normally during his stay. As the investigation expanded, authorities discovered that Barschel's final weeks had been marked by increasingly erratic behavior. Colleagues in Germany reported receiving phone calls from him, describing conversations with deceased political figures. His secretary, Maria Hoffman, found handwritten notes in his office that detailed future political developments with startling accuracy. The circumstances surrounding Barschel's arrival in Geneva became more mysterious as investigators delved deeper. Immigration records showed him crossing the border alone, yet the hotel registry bore 2 signatures in his handwriting, one notably different from his established style. The second signature appeared to be written by a left-handed individual, though Barschel was demonstrably right-handed. Security footage from the hotel's 7th floor revealed additional anomalies that challenged rational explanation. Barschel could be seen entering and exiting his room multiple times, yet the timestamps indicated these movements occurred simultaneously. On 3 separate occasions, cameras captured him standing motionless in the hallway for extended periods, staring at a section of wall that bore no distinguishing features. The investigation took a disturbing turn when forensic experts examined the bathroom where Barschel's body was found. Water samples from the bathtub continued to exhibit impossible properties, maintaining temperature readings that fluctuated without external heat sources. The water itself seemed to resist evaporation, remaining at consistent levels despite exposure to air for days. Dr. Kerner's autopsy revealed internal conditions that contradicted every principle of forensic medicine. Barschel's organs showed signs of rapid aging, yet cellular analysis indicated recent regeneration. His brain tissue contained abnormal electrical activity that persisted hours after clinical death, creating patterns that neuroscientists could not interpret. The political implications of Barschel's death extended far beyond the Watergate scandal. Documents found in his hotel room contained detailed intelligence about covert operations spanning multiple countries. These papers, written in various languages and handwriting styles, suggested knowledge of classified programs that officially did not exist. Among the most disturbing discoveries was a leather journal found beneath Barschel's pillow. The entries, written in his unmistakable handwriting, described meetings with individuals who had died years earlier. The final entry, dated the morning of his death, contained a single line repeated dozens of times. "The water remembers everything." Swiss authorities attempted to reconstruct Barschel's final days through witness testimony, but each account contradicted the others in fundamental ways. Hotel staff described him as calm and methodical, while other guests reported seeing him in states of extreme agitation. The hotel's restaurant records showed him ordering meals that were never delivered to his room. The investigation revealed that Barschel had made numerous phone calls to a number in Geneva that connected to a building that had been demolished in 1962. Telecommunications experts confirmed that the line had been disconnected decades earlier, yet the calls appeared on multiple phone company records. The duration of these conversations suggested lengthy discussions about topics that remained unknown. As forensic teams continued their analysis, they discovered that room 317 itself exhibited properties that defied architectural logic. Measurements taken at different times showed the room's dimensions changing subtly, as if the space was somehow unstable. Temperature readings varied by location within the suite, creating microclimates that had no identifiable source. The hotel's guest registry revealed that room 317 had been reserved for Barschel 6 months before his arrival, though no record existed of who had made the reservation. The booking was paid for with a credit card that belonged to a Swiss bank account opened in Barschel's name on a date when he could be proven to have been in Germany. Dr. Kerner's final report contained observations that Swiss authorities immediately classified. The pathologist noted that Barschel's body showed evidence of drowning, yet his lungs contained no water. More disturbing was the discovery that his cellular structure exhibited characteristics associated with extreme pressure, as if he had been subjected to forces equivalent to oceanic depths. The investigation officially concluded with a verdict of suicide, though the case file contained hundreds of pages of unexplained evidence. Barschel's death was attributed to a combination of medication and drowning, yet the specific circumstances remained deliberately vague in public statements. Years later, hotel management reported ongoing disturbances in room 317. Guests complained of temperature fluctuations, electrical anomalies, and the persistent sound of running water, even when the bathroom was dry. The room was eventually removed from service, though the official reason cited structural concerns rather than paranormal activity. The truth about Barschel's final days remains buried in classified files that Swiss authorities refuse to release. The physical evidence contradicts every rational explanation, suggesting forces at work that transcend conventional understanding. In the elegant halls of the Hotel Beau Rivage, where political secrets are traded like currency, some mysteries prove too dangerous for public knowledge. The case of room 317 stands as a testament to the thin boundaries between political conspiracy and supernatural horror. In a world where power corrupts absolutely, perhaps the most terrifying corruption is that which transcends death itself. What do you think really happened in that hotel bathtub, where the laws of physics seem to bend around political conspiracy? Subscribe to uncover more cases where documented evidence challenges everything we think we know about reality.